Hey gang, Vince here. Vince's Wood and Wonders. Thanks so very much for stopping into the shop. Hey, recently I got a communication from a customer, and his name is Craig, and I'm going to paraphrase what he was saying, but and forgive me, Craig, if I totally butcher this, but hopefully I'm able to drive home the point nonetheless. But he was saying, hey, I'm just getting started in turning. I'm brand new, and if you have any deals on maybe some cutoffs or scraps, boy, that would sure help out. And I understand, I get that, and that's not out of the question. But the thought that it tripped in my mind was, this is something that I talk about, because so often as I'm speaking with turners, and I've spoken to thousands of them, more often than not, folks have sandpaper that they have gotten. They've got a hodgepodge of sandpaper. They've gotten some of it from over here and some of it from over there. They couldn't even begin to tell you where, when, or how they got these different abrasives. And again, I say that because I think it kind of comes from that same train of thought that gosh, sandpaper, and I just need it. And but with that said, and what I tell people is, find a brand of abrasive that works well for you and that you're having sanding success with, and stick with that one brand. In other words, try to avoid getting that hodgepodge of different abrasives that you've gotten from different places at different times, and you don't even know when or how you got the stuff. You can't remember. And the reason why I say that is because not all sandpaper is the same. Yes, it may fall under the umbrella of the FIPA standard of abrasives. That's fine. But even under that umbrella, that standard, if you take a 180 grit from one manufacturer and a 180 grit disc from another manufacturer, and you feel them, they might feel completely different. In other words, one might feel completely much sharper than the other abrasive. And how is that? Well, different manufacturers have different tolerances for the grains that they use, the granules that they use in their manufacturing process. So, for example, if you like our Blue Flex discs or our Film Tech disc, maybe you don't care for the oversize of the 2 3/8 and you just want a straight up 2-inch, straight up 3-inch. The Film Tech disc is going to work fine. It's a very nice disc. The grit range runs from 80 grit all the way up to 800. By the same token, as I'm making this video, we have a brand new disc. It's called a Red Flex disc. This disc is by far the most aggressive abrasive we've ever offered. And it doesn't line out. It's a perfect example of what I'm trying to drive home here, in that the granules on the Red Flex discs are much different than they are on the Blue Flex discs or even the Film Tech. So I just want to take a moment, again, reiterate this in a video format, so that hopefully it might help some of you realize that, while yes, we need the abrasives, we want to stick with one brand if we can. And after we've narrowed down, weeded out some of those others, that other abrasive that we may have acquired over time, from there, what we want to do is really start working on our skill set in regards to sanding, because yes, there is a skill set when it comes to sanding. So we'll be working on some projects more in the future here. Again, Craig, forgive me if I've totally butchered your message. It wasn't my intention. It just tripped a thought, and I thought it might be a good time to touch base on this topic. So, hey, thanks so very much for stopping in. Just a quick video. Sand them smooth, and we'll talk to you soon.